The story of Ethiopia: time, belief, and legacy. Long before many nations of the world were even named, there was a land on the Horn of Africa known to outsiders as Ethiopia. To its people, it was not just a country, but a cradle of history, a place where time itself flowed differently and where faith carried the weight of centuries. The ancient beginning. Ethiopia's history stretches back to the days of the Kingdom of Demut, around the 10th century BCE, and later the Aksumite Empire, 1st century CE, one of the great powers of the ancient world. Aksum traded ivory, gold, and spices across the Red Sea with Rome, India, and Arabia. Its kings built towering stone stelae, carved with precision that still amazes scholars. Legend tells that Ethiopia's royal bloodline traces to King Solomon of Israel and the Queen of Sheba. Their son, Menelik I, is said to have carried the Ark of the Covenant from Jerusalem to Aksum, where many Ethiopians believe it rests even today, guarded by priests who never leave its side. The Ethiopian calendar. Time in a different rhythm. Unlike the rest of the world, Ethiopia follows its own calendar, a system rooted in the Coptic traditions of Egypt and based on an older calculation of the birth of Christ. This calendar is 7 to 8 years behind the Gregorian calendar. For example, when much of the world celebrated the year 2025, Ethiopia was still in 2018. The Ethiopian calendar has 13 months, 12 months of 30 days each, and one short month, Pagume, of 5 or 6 days depending on leap years. New Year, and Kudatash, falls on September 11th or 12 in a leap year, symbolizing renewal and harvest after the rainy season. This sense of time reflects not only Ethiopia's independence from colonial rule, but also its cultural pride. They literally live in a different century from the rest of the world. Faith and belief. Ethiopia is one of the first nations in the world to adopt Christianity, officially in the 4th century under King Ezana of Aksum. But even before Christianity, Ethiopians practiced ancient spiritual traditions rooted in Judaism, animism, and local deities. Their beliefs shaped their culture. The Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church teaches that the Ark of the Covenant is housed in Aksum's Church of St. Mary of Zion, guarded in secrecy. The people observe fasts and feasts that shape their daily lives. More than half the year can be fasting days, abstaining from meat and dairy. Monasteries, carved into cliffs and rock, such as the famous Lalibela churches, stand as living testaments of faith carved from stone. Old traditions also believed in czar spirits, possession spirits, and in the sacredness of natural elements like rivers, mountains, and forests, which were thought to hold protective beings. The legacy of independence. Unlike most of Africa, Ethiopia was never colonized, except for a brief Italian occupation, 1936 to 1941. This independence, combined with its ancient calendar and religious heritage, gave Ethiopians a strong sense of being a people apart, guardians of an older truth and time. Conclusion. The history of Ethiopia is not just a tale of kings, wars, or kingdoms. It is the story of a people who shaped their own path, who measured time differently from the rest of the world, and who hold deep beliefs that connect them to both heaven and earth. In Ethiopia, time is slower, faith is older, and history is ever present, written not only in books, but in mountains, stones, and the rhythm of daily life.